Good morning, it's MJ, the creator of the Crow Tarot and the Wise Dog Tarot. And this is your general reading for the collective using the Wise Dog for August 13th. And it's Tuesday. Whoop, whoop. Hope everyone's week is going well. We got here, even here in Seattle, we got to see a couple of the meteors last night from the meteor shower, and I was surprised. I mean, even with the city lights, we were able to see, my daughter and I stayed up pretty late, and we were able to see about two of them, but I was just grateful to see any since we live in such a bright area, and then with the moon being almost full. So, all right, so let's see what these dogs have for us today. The first card I'm going to pull is that foundation, forgive me, it is the energy that we're working with. So let me kind of clear my head here and concentrate on what we have going on at this moment in time. What energy is there right now, swirling around us? Some of you may be feeling it right now. Some of you maybe have yet to tap into it, but it's here. So let's see what we have. We have this energy of the Fool. I feel like we saw you not too long ago. And so that's, you know, perhaps enjoying life, enjoying this last bit of summer that we have, paying no attention to like those who want to be like the naysayer, you know, in your life, the ones that are trying to get you to focus on perhaps something that really you don't need to focus on at this time because you're so busy working on your own transformation. So let's see what energy is coming to us that may cause friction. It may be a support. We have the Queen of Swords here. And so that's where you really come into your own and you know who you are and you get this clear vision for what you want your future to look like. We may be in this time of kind of being a free spirit, but that's not to say that, you know, you're being, you know, foolish, or, I mean, it is the Fool, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're being foolish. It means that you're allowing for things to unfold and you have faith in yourself and your skills and whatnot. It's like you're not worried about what other people may have to say, and you're very self-assured here. You know, this energy of the Queen of Swords is somebody who, you know, she knows her strengths. She may know her weaknesses as well, and she can probably laugh about them, you know, because she is very true to herself as much as she is with other people. You know, she's very honest with herself. And so let's see what advice these dogs bring back, and then we'll kind of go over the whole reading. Okay. Ooh, we have this fiery Knight of Wands. Okay, so the first thing I notice here when I did this reading was the colors of these two cards are very cool, you know, very collected, you know, very like, I don't want to say void of passion, but it's you know, it's a definite like cooling energy here. And then you have this fiery Knight of Wands that comes in the advice position. So that's when I do these readings, you know, I do look at where there are similarities, perhaps one is a warning, one is seeing the future here. I look for areas where there are common themes. So starting here with this energy that we're working with is this Fool. And as I had mentioned before when this card came up, was that, you know, my thought was this idea of like fall, you know, and you know how you just sort of, you anticipate what this new, you know, like for some of you, the school year will bring, you know, and what new adventures may be the result of, you know, this learning and whatever that comes with fall. And so here I get this feeling with the Fool is that you're kind of enjoying this last bit of summer, and life is going well. There is probably a crispness in this air denoting that, there, as wonderful as this is right now, there could be a change, when you think about the crisp fall air, how things evolve, right, with this butterfly here as well. And so there may be some warnings, and you may have people who are trying to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. They may be voicing just genuine concern, if you are going back to school and you're changing your major or whatever, someone might see you as being, foolish with your future, but you have faith in what you're doing and you know where you're going. And right now your focus is on working on changing yourself in a way that honors who you are. And so this energy of the Queen, I feel like, is going to come in here, and she's really going to help you solidify that vision for what you want out of your life. Right now, you may be sort of just, like enjoying life and going about things in a way that may appear to some as being frivolous or silly, but really what you're doing is you're getting out there and you're exploring the world and you're letting life unfold in a way where you're not you're not blind to it. In fact, you can see things very clearly. And when this energy of the Queen of Swords comes in with this Fool energy, that's where you're going to not only have faith in yourself and what the universe will offer, you'll have a better understanding for what you believe in and how you can move in a direction that will best serve this, this view of yourself. This is a time for you to not settle for second best or for less. This Queen of Swords, she's very, her standards are very high. The bar is very high for her. She's not somebody who's about to compromise her beliefs so that she can fit in with somebody else or fit in with, what is expected of her. If anything, she expects other people to raise their standards. Her standards are pretty high, and because of that, because she knows really, like, she has a very clear and it's very pointed position here, what she wants, people can give warnings left and right, but she is focused on the future, on building something of value here. The sword being upright for this Queen of Swords also indicates that although, she does know what she wants in this world and she has her standards and she knows, she's firm in her beliefs, she is open to new ideas. She's not closed-minded at all. It's not like she dismisses people, but she just has a very clear idea of what is right, what is wrong. And, for you to sway her or for you to move her in a direction that goes against her beliefs, you'd have to make a pretty compelling argument. And so here she is somebody who's focused on the future. She's got a plan. She sees where she's going. And right now she may be in this sort of experimental phase where she's just sort of letting life unfold and take things, one day at a time. The Knight of Wands comes in with the advice here that this is time to add a little heat to your life. This is a time to get passionate about something. Let your creativity flow. Allow that feeling of just being enthralled by an idea, like where you just can't get it out of your head, where you're a little less, free-spirited here, and really driven towards success. I mean, this may be right now when you're in this time of sort of just like, seeing what's out there, testing the waters perhaps, letting things happen naturally, whereas that kind of in a sense goes against the natural instincts of this Queen of Wands. But I feel like right now she's okay with it because right now she's observing and she's taking in the knowledge. Like this is a research phase that you may be in. And I feel like with this Knight of Wands, the call here is to ignite a passion that you may have within. Get that fire in your belly going, because something is waiting for you that when you have that feeling, when you're ready to embrace an idea or a new path or some new direction, when you find your direction. Right now I feel like this Fool is kind of, like I said, it's just experimenting with life. It doesn't really have much in the way of direction. It's just letting things happen. When this energy of the Queen of Swords comes in, she's allowing the Fool its time so that it can, she can figure things out, so she can get a clear vision for what's working, what's not working, what's a time waster, what's something that you need to let evolve, perhaps. And in that, this is where that passion's going to come in. And when you allow yourself to just become excited about an idea or enthusiastic about something new that's happening, that's where I feel like you're going to shift from perhaps being sort of carefree and over into something, into a state of being very much driven and focused, and where you charge ahead. This is like where your creativity is going to be off the charts. So you may be in this time where you're kind of just feeling things out and you're letting things move along, at its pace, at its natural pace. And again, with this Queen of Swords is keeping things in balance in a way where she's, allowing for this information to come in. She's sifting it in her brain. She's going through this information. How is it going to work? What are the the positives, what are the cons, the pros and cons here. And I feel like she has that ability to parse out the best that the Fool uncovers. She has that ability to make the decisions that will put you in alignment so that this Knight of Wands energy can come in and you can tap into that creativity. And it's that creativity that's really going to get the ball rolling. So if you're having this moment right now where you're just enjoying the summer, you're enjoying life, you're experiencing things, don't discount that. That's all part of the research right now. That's all part of enjoying the space that we are all in. But know there is a crispness in the air and change is coming. And be grateful that we have this Queen of Swords energy that will come about, that will help keep you kind of like in line. I feel like she's very demanding in some ways, and it may come across as sharp. You may encounter an experience that seems very pointed, perhaps. But it's all there to help you connect with this Knight of Wands. So I hope this reading makes sense. Much love to you. Bye. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.